with all of the conservatives out there in the last 3 years, it was the only safe place to go and find some semblance of truth for me. I felt more aligned with a lot of the things they were talking about. However, there are some social issues that I would still stick to that were my old school issues, but never condemning someone else for having a different opinion about something. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I couldn't understand that was happening during the Trump administration. And then it got worse, in my opinion, in the Biden administration. I think I really do think that the left is way more just angry. And this is supposed to be the hippies and the people that really do care about equality and inclusivity. And then all of a sudden they are the ones shutting everything down, shutting everyone out, condemning freedom of speech, condemning everything. So yeah, when you mentioned Michael, he was condemning some stuff on his Instagram feed that I noticed, and ivermectin. I thought that was irresponsible. I never took a stand publicly about anything that I was doing until I still don't. The more I learn about what's happening, the less I feel like I know, and I rely on people like you who do this for a living to really bring it to the people. I would never be a spokesperson for a drug. I think it's irresponsible.
Yeah, I agree. This is one of my problems with Travis Kelce, is he's out there pushing the Pfizer vaccine. Meanwhile, these 17, 18-year-old boys who look up to him have no idea, probably because the media's blacked it out for the most part, that you take the Pfizer vaccine or the Moderna vaccine and the boosters, you are severely increasing your risks, in particular from myocarditis, something they tried to hide from us. So I didn't see that on Travis Kelce's commercial.
No, but you just see $20 million.
Right?
They own them now. I don't know. I mean, I've heard, is that new that he's,
No.
Or this was back then?
No, he did it within the past year. It was the story this season.
So they're still trying to push that thing.
And look, this season is late enough in the game, so to speak, to use a metaphor he would understand, for him to know better. At least to ask your advisor, is there anything controversial about me endorsing the Pfizer vaccine? I've heard a little. It's not to say it hasn't done any good. I'm sure there are people that it's helped, especially the elderly. But to be touting it in his role is to tout it to the young teenage and early 20s guys. And that's dangerous. There are risks for them that not everybody shares in.
Well, I'm really astounded how, because I listen to so much news that is more on the conservative side now, and I don't pay as much attention anymore to the other side. I'm astounded at how none of my friends know the truth about what's happening. My inbox is flooded with what's going on with the vaccine right now, and nobody knows. The side effects, the long-term effects, what's happening to people this very moment, how it's manifesting in their bodies now.
Yeah.
I also maybe go down too many really deep rabbit holes with some really intense doctors that are really, I'm not even talking about like McCullough or I'm talking about some other like wow stuff and I feel like there's a war going on and no one sees it and no one knows it. I feel like I feel like there's a hijacking that we're in the middle of, and well, I don't know how to.
This is one of the things that has led you, as I understand it, to love RFKJ.
Yes, I love him, and it makes me sad to watch so many big news stations and big some of the things that I have watched, and like even I was watching Michael Rappaport and Patrick Bet-David, and I was watching Bill Maher talking to someone else. I can't remember. These are big high profile interviews.
Who's the
and stuff.
South Park guy on the vaccine?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't listen. I didn't hear
going.
that one. I do want to hear that one. I haven't seen that one. But what astounds me is they don't mention Kennedy when they talk about Biden versus Trump. No one even brings up Kennedy's name, which is so strange to me, because forget about him as president right now at the moment, because I do feel like, the rock star vote right now, if you're going to go off to the other, if you're a liberal and you're going to bend, you're going to still, I don't know if you're even going to go for Trump. You might just not vote at all. I never voted in my entire life until I voted for Biden.
Wow. In 12? I mean, not 12, 20 and 20?
Voted. And I didn't do any, I got swept up in the emotion of it all, which is not like me at all, because I never voted in my life. My daughter at that time, I guess, was like, you're just going to have to pick the lesser of two evils. And in my mind, I believe Trump was, and I'm a New Yorker, so I always loved Trump. Under the radar, always loved him. Mm-hmm. I love how crass he is. I just didn't think he had the voice to unify people if the world was really on fire with this whole race issue and all the stuff that was going on at the time that I wasn't paying close enough attention to understand what was really happening. And it was all super divisive, and it was all by design. And I should have known that, because I knew that back in the Bush administration. But like I said, we all took a nap. We were all sleeping. I was definitely sleeping. I don't know what I was focused on.
How are you feeling about the vote now? Your 2020
back
vote.
To Kennedy, I mean, I know he's running independent, which I think is super cool. I don't think people are aware of him. I feel like he's been completely shut out by the media. The censorship is astounding to me. I cannot believe the censorship that's happening in the world right now. And I don't think that a lot of, even my super intellectual liberal friends, all my New Yorker friends, they're so busy working and taking care of what they need to take care of after the last 3 years of everything falling apart, that no one is paying attention to the fact that they don't even know that he exists. And people have forgotten how much people even loved the Kennedys and their legacy and, all of the stuff and how they were taken out and why they were taken out. And no one asks questions anymore. Kennedy, I feel like he is the voice of what all these old school liberals would have appreciated, because he cares about the environment. He'll sue everybody that is being wronged. Yep. He's fair. He's classy. He doesn't badmouth people. He's got a lot going for him that Trump does not. But Trump's got this. I mean, look, there's so many sides of me.
Adriana would vote for Trump.
100%. Brianna will vote for Trump from the grave. From the grave.
She would. They got rid of her too soon.
Yeah. But I would love, in a perfect world, to see Trump and Kennedy together. I feel like Kennedy could be a great voice where Trump sometimes loses it, and then Trump is good muscle. But I also think Kennedy's muscle too. Did you see the report?
The RFK Jr is saying that the Trump team reached out to him and offered him the number 2 spot. Trump denies it, and that he rejected it, saying he's not interested.
Did you see why? Did you see what he said?
Is it because he's not anybody? Oh, because of his wife. Because of his wife.
I know.
Yeah, that she would divorce him.
Man, but I wonder, because this week is the first time I'm being outspoken about anything. So this is my big coming out party.
Oh, nice.
This is my big coming out party about all of these issues. I've been very afraid. So I wonder if she's afraid to even, how do you appreciate everything that Kennedy stands for, and knowing that, Trump's anti-globalism, all of that stuff, like the stuff that you can't talk about on TV, the words you can't say, like the deep state. How do you actually tackle any of these social issues without trying to cut the head off the snake?
Well, what's interesting is they say, there's a saying, and I think it's often true, more often than it's not. Show me who you love and I'll show you who you are. And that it applies to politics too. So the odds of Cheryl Hines having these vehemently opposed politics to what RFK it's very slim. I think she probably agrees with him on a lot, but she can't say it. That's my guess. It's just an opinion. She can't say it because you understand this. If she wants to work in Hollywood, she's on Larry David's show. He's a leftist. You have to be very careful threading that needle.
But even like an old Jewish guy like Larry David, they're filled with piss and vinegar, and they know the difference between right and wrong. And a lot of this stuff is just so wrong, but I guess a lot of people aren't digging deep enough to research what's really happening.
Let's discuss a crucial aspect of your financial health, your credit report. Hear me out. It's time to face a hard truth. Your credit report could be suffering due to unfounded, reputation-damaging claims. These are the kind of claims that simply will not hold up under rigorous scrutiny. And that's where Lexington Law Firm comes into play. For less than $100, Lexington Law champions your cause, using a comprehensive arsenal of consumer protection laws to fight for your best credit report. Lexington Law is fully equipped to challenge those exploitative creditors and aggressive debt collectors who obstruct your financial path. Go and visit lexingtonlaw.com for a complimentary credit assessment. Let their experts place your credit under the microscope, ensuring that it reflects your true financial story. Remember to mention that Megyn referred you at lexingtonlaw.com. Empower yourself with the right team on your side. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.